This is another segment of What's in Your Hand. What's in Your Hand is a motivational program. We talk about success, achievement, reaching your goals, and reaching your dreams, and also maximizing your life and having fun. That's what this whole success thing is. It's all about having fun. And my guest today is Robert.E.Crinier, also known as Mr. Enthusiasm. Robert.E.Crinier. He's the author of a book called Sharing a Vision for Positive Self Development and How to Keep Yourself Motivated and Win at the Game of Life. Robert, you made it. Yes. All right.
Yes, 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 Rick. Positivity to you.
Well, you know what? I was just about to hop on a plane. Now you in Oklahoma now or Texas?
Oklahoma.
I was gonna hop on a plane to Oklahoma and come and see you personally, take care of some business. And take care of some business. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Huh? And please don't talk about Nate Robinson. Tell Nate Robinson to call me, Rick Young. Tell him to call me. I guarantee you he will not get knocked out. And it's not coaching, it's the right coaching. Not just coaching. Anybody can coach.
Yes, sir.
Anybody
well,
can
he needs your Boxing for Success program. That's what it is.
No.
Rick Young.
This is what I'm saying. I mean, the guy is, who said this? Jim Rohn's motivated idiot. So it's not the motivation, he's a motivated guy, works out. The guy he's the slam dunk champ. I think he won it on 2 occasions. And
right. I know at least one. At least one.
Very talented. And I was what slam dunk? Check the record. Speaking of basketball, you were a basketball player.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Retired.
Angelo State?
Retired. Yes.
Well, we said you were a basketball player and you were a shooting guard.
Shooting guard. Yes, that's correct. Shooting guard.
So here's the question: what kind of character does a person need to be willing to take that last shot with the game on the line?
Well, you number one. The number one thing you got to practice. You got to practice shooting. You can't just shoot 100 shots a day. You got to shoot 300 shots a day.
You talking about practice?
Practice, yes, sir.
You talking about practice?
Yes, sir.
Practice. You talking about practice?
Yes, sir.
Not the game. Practice.
yes. Well, you got to practice, and you got to mentally. You got to mentally see it going in. You got to visualize the ball going in the hoop. Whatever you do, it's your mind that makes the difference, Rick. It's the attitude of mind.
Okay, so we're going to take it a step further. Not only take the last shot with the game on the line, but the championship is on the line. Now, the championship is on the line. Are you willing to take the last shot? And what kind of character do you need, Robert.E.Crinier, to take that last shot?
Absolutely. You have to believe that you're going to make it. So it's belief, it's commitment, it's courage, it's determination to take the last shot. It's the same thing with everything you do. Everything you do.
Okay. So my engineer was a basketball player, and he said, the coach said, don't take so many shots or unless you open. He told the coach, he said, I'm open when I come out my door, I'm open. And this guy played with pros, top level professionals, and he was putting up 50. He's had 50s in there. So he can fall.
So who was your
50?
Is Bernard King your engineer?
Well,
or is it Bernard King look-alike, shoot-alike? What is it? Come on, talk to me.
Well, I mean, listen now. The man put up his 50 now. We ain't gonna argue with that now. I've seen him.
That's what I'm saying. That's okay. Yeah. Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah. So he played with Ray Williams, Gus Williams, World Be Free. Some of the guys with, top guys, and
right.
So we the game pretty good.
Yeah, we played. I'll give you my background on that. We played at the Dallas Pro-Am, and we played against Mark McGuire and Rolando Blackman.
Okay.
Robert Reed of the Houston Rockets, Karl Malone of the Utah Jazz. We had some solid players. That we.
What about Roy Tarpley?
In his heyday. Yeah, in his heyday, when he was better, he was a lot better
this
then.
Guy has so much talent, and could not stay away from the other things.
Yeah, he made some tough decisions. That's correct. Yes.
Made some tough decisions, yeah. So, we know you're a student of this thing called personal development. Your book is titled Sharing a Vision for Positive Self-Development. And we talked about taking the last shot in the championship or a game or in the championship, which we've seen Michael do against the Utah Jazz, that last game-winning shot.
Yes, sir.
In the championship game was a game 7, but it was like still, the game was on the line. Championship was on the line.
Yes, sir.
He took that shot, man, and made it. Not only did he take it, but he made it. So, Robert, how does someone? Go ahead.
No. Again, he made it because this guy was a workaholic. What people don't understand, it was not just his ability, but it was his mental ability, his toughness, that nobody was going to beat him. I mean, whether it was practice or whether it was a game. And that's how you have to be in life. Whatever it is that you do, you've got to make up your mind that you're going to be the best at doing what you do.
Mm-hmm. And what I like, Kobe says, that's the guy. And that's my guy. He said, that's the guy, and that's my guy. I'm going to study this guy. And people have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. I think that was the wise thing what he did. Study the best. What's wrong with that?
Yes, that's correct. That's correct.
That's like
you have to have a model. You have to have somebody that. Yeah, you got to have somebody that you can model your game after. Whether you're speaking, whether you're coaching, whether you're consulting, whether you work on a full-time job, you got to realize there's somebody that's doing it better than you, and that's who you need to attach yourself to. You have to have a mindset that I'm going to work. If I want to be a DJ, a positive DJ and interviewer, I'm going to work with Rick Young. I'm going to work with you because I want to find out how you do it. And then I want to be the best at it. Yeah. So you have to have a positive role model.
Right. Okay. So if a person wants to build say a person came to you, Robert, what do I need to do that? What's the first step? And then what do I need to do to build a championship life?
Develop a positive mental attitude.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you have to do. You have to be a positive thinker, and you draw people to you. There's this whole axiom of understanding that people are like magnets. We're all magnetic. We have a magnetic energy, and we draw to us who we are. Ooh. So if you're around negative people, you're drawing those people to you. And you have to institute a mindset that I'm going to be a positive thinker. I'm going to read more. I'm going to listen to more information, CDs, DVDs, whatever it is, to get better. You have to have a positive mental attitude. You have to make a decision that I'm going to live a life of positivity. And when you do that, the negative people will challenge you, but you have to go on anyhow. That's why life is a game. That's why we wrote the second book, How to Keep Yourself Motivated and Win at the Game of Life. You got to be motivated to do it. And no one can set that situation to going forward but you. You are the difference. You make the difference. And again, I'll tell anybody, it's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
But PMA is you got to have a positive mental attitude, Rick. That's the number one thing.
Mm-hmm. My God, oh God, oh God. What is better than that? What is better than living a life of positivity? Oh man. What's better than that?
Nothing.
And how does positive energy fit into that flow?
Well, you collectively have to have tools to help you with the positivity. I suggest that your listeners would go to our website, IamSharingAVision.com, IamSharingAVision.com, and download a piece for free called the Optimist Creed. And the first line of the Optimist Creed goes like this. It says, I promise myself to be so strong that nothing can disturb my peace of mind. That's the first line. So you have to get into a framework that you're not going to let anybody or anything take you off of your focus to have a positive life, to have a successful life, to have a motivated life. But it takes tools. You have to say it every day. You have to say it every day. I challenge your listeners to say it for at least 21 days, and you'll start a new habit. And your mind and your subconscious mind will link up, and you'll realize I can be more, do more, and have more. That's what successful people think every day. I can be more, I can do more, and I can have more.
Yeah, that's good. That's good right there. That's real good. That's very good. Wow. I'm writing that down, man. I'm writing that down. Now, you're in your book, Success is a Journey, Not a Destination. It's a rather simple book, but I love it because right in the front it has your mission statement in the front, and it says, to help as many as I can, while I can, and as long as I can. That's your mission statement?
That's it.
Man, what's better than that?
That's what makes it a successful journey. Yeah.
I can help,
and that's all any of us. That's all any of us are doing.
While I can, as long as I can, to help as many people as I can, while I can, and as long as I can. That's a mission statement. You know, the average person walking down the street do not have a mission statement.
This is true.
Yeah, that's powerful.
So again, let me just say this. In our workshops, this is one of the things that we get people to do. Develop a mission statement. Why are you here on this planet? Woo!
Wow.
So what is your purpose? In other words, we're asking the person, what is your purpose for living?
Right.
And when you can answer that, you can move forward.
So this mission statement here that you have here, am I allowed to borrow and use this mission statement? Am I allowed to do that? I can't hear you.
It's called sharing a vision. Sharing a vision.
Okay. Right. Go ahead. So sharing the vision. So that means that I can use this as my mission statement, or develop into my own. I think we're having a little technical difficulties here. Are you there, Robert? Can you hear me? Just when we get to the good part. I love that mission statement, man. That is hot. It's very simple, plain, but it's powerful. In loving spirit, Robert.E.Crinier. Mission statement. Powerful. To help as many people as I can, while I can, and as long as I can. In loving spirit of Robert.E.Crinier. Did we lose you again, Robert? I don't hear you clearly. Is my engineer around? Are you there, Robert?
Yeah. I'm right here, Rick.
Oh, okay. I got you now. I got you. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. Excellent.
So
yeah, use that as your mission statement. Yes.
Okay. I might tweak it a little bit, but I mean that's a good foundation to build on for me because it's right along with where I'm at and what I want to do. Perfect.
Right. Right.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
You are welcome.
Because like we said, most people walking down the street does not have a mission statement. And how powerful is it and what difference does it make for a person to have a mission statement for their life?
It makes a difference. That's part of the motivation. That's part of that's what makes you purposeful. That's what you develop a passion about it.
Okay.
We've been doing it for 30 years.
Okay.
The only thing that's slowing us down has been the pandemic. That's it.
Okay. So, excuse me. I'm going to go back to basketball.
Yes, sir.
Again. Early in the pandemic, we did an interview, and one of the things that we discussed was, what is it like to walk on a basketball court and know that you cannot be stopped? What can you break that down? Do you remember that conversation? Walking on the court and know that you cannot be stopped.
Right, right. Well, number one, Rick, is the offensive player always has the advantage because he or she has the ball. They got the rock. So they know which way they want to go. Yeah. So the defensive person is at his mercy, in other words. However, I'll go back to the word practice. If you practice your moves, if you practice, there are really only two moves in basketball. This is what we teach young people who are aspiring to go to the next level of college or go to the next level of NBA. If your defensive man is up on top of you, you go around him. If he lays back, you make him pay. Either way, you go get your 20 plus. Yeah. So you've got to, again, it's all mental. It's all mental. It's all seeing it. And there's a word, the C word, called confidence. When you are confident in what you do, you take advantage of the situation. And that way you become unstoppable.
Well, there's a guy, I'm not sure you heard of this guy before. He was a tremendous offensive player. Had all kind of moves and could score. And they said that, because now you said offense is at advantage. This guy perfected his defensive game. He worked on his defensive. I mean, he was like, his defense was like, he became the defensive player of the year. And his name is none other than Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Worked on his defensive skills, man. Huh? He was like, I mean, he would shut another player down. You said the offensive players got an advantage. I seen him shut guys down. I seen LeBron do that. I seen LeBron get on the best player. I remember when they was playing the Chicago Bulls against was it Miami he was with? One of them teams he was with, and they was playing the Chicago Bulls. It could have been Cleveland. And he guarded Derrick Rose was the MVP and the leading scorer and all of that. And LeBron got on him on defense. Right. So
right.
Now you made a statement. You said that the offensive player has an advantage, but I see defensive wisdom.
Houses, community, radio, the soul of the Upper West Side.
That's the beautiful and lovely Tina Dixon giving us a shout out.
Yeah, I love that voice. I love her voice. Yeah.
Yes. So now back to this defense. I mean, this guy perfected his defensive game. LeBron, defensive game. Can you speak to that?
Well, you number one, in order to play defense, you've got to want it. It truly is a desire, and some guys can play both ways. I mean, that's a real player. When you can score and play defense, come on, not too many people can do that. And you've named several of them, but I mean, Michael, LeBron, Kobe, it's not too many people. Steph Curry can shoot some threes all over you, but his defense is lack, even though he's a terrific athlete. So, you've got to have the desire, and that's what it takes, desire to want to stop someone. But you're not going to totally stop. Even Michael Jordan can get scored on, back in the day. But the reality, you just didn't do it like you didn't do it 2 or 3 times in a row. That's the point. When he was ready to stop you, he ready to stop you.
I mean, the guy won the Defensive Player of the Year.
Yes, sir.
Won the Defensive Player of the Year. Wow, so that's exciting. So another thing I want to talk about, Robert, I'm here in my bedroom, and I have a bookshelf behind me. I thought you were going to get on the video, you would have been able to see. But Robert, I have $1 million bookshelf behind me. It's $1 million worth of material. This bookshelf could create a millionaire behind me. Can you speak to that?
Right. Well, again, Rick, my philosophy. And this is the philosophy of sharing a vision, that the more you read, the more you lead. And the more you learn, the more you earn.
Wow.
So it's about what you know and how you apply it. You have to take action to it. I do know people have extensive libraries. However, they're not picking up the information inside of it. So the reality of it is you got to learn. You got to apply the knowledge and the wisdom of those books to make a difference. Right.
Wow. So then how does a person become a great student? Good student? How does someone do that? How do you do that?
Still to this day, the fundamentals are actually, you can go on Google and look at all the people who are presenting information, Brian Tracy, Les Brown, it just goes on and on. People who charge all this money, but now you can look at them on your phone, on your computer. You have access to information. We're in the information technology moment. So the reality of it is there's no excuse not to win. Think about that. There's no excuse. You can say all day, again, you can play the victim game as long as you want. But if you desire to win, if you desire to have the knowledge, if you desire to be the best, you can go get the information on how to become the best. And then it doesn't happen until you apply it. In other words, you can't just talk a good game. You got to go out and be it.
Okay. So, for some reason, we keep going back to basketball.
Yeah, that's you.
I never seen, huh?
That's you.
I never seen one player win a championship by themselves. whether it be Michael,
That's
whether
correct.
it be LeBron, whether it be anybody, Kobe. They always had team. They had a team. And I'm saying right now, and I don't know if you agree with me, that the success game is a team sport. It's a team game. What do you say to that, Robert?
I would say you are 100% correct. That no man is an island unto himself. So you must have some people in your corner that work with you and who encourage you, who have some more accessible to knowledge that you don't have. And then who builds you up. And it's a teamwork. It's a team thing. And the more positive, energetic, people that you have in your network, the better off you are.
Okay. But then there's another part to that. You have a team. You got a point guard. Let's say you got 4 other players, 4 other teammates on your success team. The other part of it is that you have a coach. I never seen nobody win a championship without a coach, unless Bill Russell was the player coach. But other than that, you have a coach. So you need a coach, and you need at least somebody going to be the point guard, somebody going to be the shooting guard, somebody going to be the center, somebody going to be the power forward, somebody going to be the small forward. I mean, that's just how the game is set up. So in the game of success in life, how many players do you need, and why is it important to have a coach?
Well, yeah. I've been in the speaking and training business for 30 years, as I said earlier. Yet I still have coaches, people that I reach out to. Again, Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, Les Brown. So those are people who I consult with some challenges or so-called problems or what have you. So you're going to always have that. I'll never forget. Here's a funny story that a lot of people missed about Michael Jordan. But when he talked about one time, Michael actually just was taking out all the shots. He was taking all the shots, literally, and he was making majority of them. And so the coach, the assistant coach, came over to him. He said, "There's no I in team, Michael." And Michael said, "But there is an I in win." Which I thought, he didn't have the supporting cast around him, so he didn't trust them enough, Rick, to put the ball in their hands. So he's just taking every shot, and literally they won. So my point is, it depends on. We talk about confidence and character and all of those things, but no, coaching is very important. It's very important. Who's your coach right now, Rick?
You know what? Right now, I don't have a coach right now, but I'm in the process of putting that together right now.
Great.
I'm in the process.
Great. Yeah.
Putting that together.
Yes.
Right now, as we speak, I'm working on it. I'm looking around. I'm looking at some. The thing about it is just, you could have a coach, but then having the right coach. And how do you know what is the right coach for you?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well, number one, you interview them. You listen to what they're saying, what they're deliberating, how they deliberate. And then you decide and you choose them. You basically say, hey, that's what, for me, I went to Brian Tracy and said, I want to work with you. I chose, Tony Robbins, and basically Les Brown. Les is the one that I worked with in the beginning. And so the reality of it is that choose the right coach, and you don't have to use everything that they say, but again, use those things that work for you, because it's about you stepping up your game.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rick Young. I'm the host of What's in Your Hand, motivational radio show. We talk about success, achievement, reaching your goals, reaching your dreams, and maximizing your life and having fun. My guest is Robert.E.Crinier, the author of Sharing a Vision for Positive Self-Development and How to Keep Yourself Motivated and Win at the Game of Life. And I'm about to ask him a question. And Mr. Crinier, what is the number one characteristic that you love about yourself?
The awareness of I am. And the I am principle and how it works the awareness that I am whatever I say I am, I shall be, I shall do, I shall have. It's called the I am principle. And to be the awareness of that, that's the ultimate.
Wow. Okay. Now, you ready?
Ready, sir.
You ready? Okay. Locked, loaded, tighten up that seatbelt. What's the one thing that you would like to improve about yourself?
Even at this stage, it would be my ability to focus.
Wow. Okay.
And not get distracted by outside events. Not be distracted by what's happening in Washington, D.C. or anything over here or over there, but to stay focused on my mission statement, to stay focused on my purpose, to stay focused on my passion, but my ability to focus. That's what I'm really working. Not hocus pocus, it's focus.
I'm looking over to my right, and I see a book, a guy interviewed, and he wrote a book with Mark Victor Hansen and Jack Canfield. These guys broke all kind of records. They sold 500 million books.
Yes, sir.
Chicken Soup for the Soul series. And this guy,
yes,
Les Hewitt, connected with them and did a book with them, and the book is titled The Power of Focus.
The Power of Focus. Yes, sir. I have it in my library. Yes. Yes.
He updated it. He did the first one, then they updated it. And then I see Brian Tracy over there. He's got a book called Focal Point. So
yes,
there it is. Man. How okay, so the other day we talked about how negativity has a powerful marketing system set up because so many people go for the negativity. We need to set up the positivity network that in marketing to get the word out there, to let people know about this wonderful thing called positivity, success, and living your dream, as Les Brown said. How do we get the word out to these people?
Well, like I said, Rick, we get prepared. We prepare right now. This year of 2020 has really been what I'd like to call, and some of my colleagues call hit the reset button. A reset button means that you're resetting the priorities for purpose and passion and persistence. And so what we have to do is get ready to put and push everything that we have, everything that we are, in terms of positive thinking, positive living, positive subconscious mind, positive everything that we have, and put it out there into the workplace, into neighborhoods, into communities. And then let it catch fire with other people who have a desire to do that same thing. The other day we talked about unity in the community. The word unity is in the word community. So what we have to do is have the ability, the energy to put out everything positive that we are out here into the universe. And it'll catch on.
So I got on the cap now. Success mindset. I'm wearing the cap. I got a few caps. I don't know if we talked about them on caps that I have with different positive messages on it. Success habits is one. PMA, positive mental attitude, self-discipline, success habits, success mindset, and there's one more. But I got two more coming. And one is let me see what I got coming. I got go for your dreams is one. Go for your dreams is one.
Yeah, go for your dreams is powerful.
Go for your dreams. And the other one is positive self-motivation is another one that I got coming that's on the way. But I'm sitting here and saying, wait a minute. There's one that's missing. And I need to get a cap that says, fight for your dreams. And why? Because I co-authored a book with Leslie Calvin Brown called Fight for Your Dreams. And that's something I don't even talk about. That's crazy, man.
Wow.
What's wrong with me, man?
Put it out there.
I know.
Yes, sir.
Co-authored the book.
Put it out there.
You know. Yeah. And I mean, like when I saw the title, I said, man, I got to be a part of this book. Fight for Your Dreams with Les Brown. I got to be a part of it. Being that I, was a fighter at one time. Well, you can't see you on the phone. You can't see this. I'm on the video. So where do we go from here, Robert? What's the next step?
Well, the next step is to finish up our books. That we have a couple of books that'll be coming out in 2/21.
Okay.
One of them is called "It's Not Where You Come From, It's Where You're Growing."
Ooh. Okay.
And it's dedicated to my family, because my family, we were, I'm a PK kid, not a preacher's kid, but a project kid.
Wow.
And a project kid, yeah. When you're a project kid, you were never expected to succeed. So the fact is that on this journey, this success journey, this positive mental attitude journey that we have, we want to go back into the housing projects and work with kids from all over the country and let them know that they can make it to the top. But here's what you're going to have to do, and you're going to have to put the work in. So that's one of the things that we're going to be involved in. And certainly we will start to, we also have another book out called Creating Enthusiasm for Life.
Mm-hmm.
And we're teaching people how to be enthusiastic every day through the power of the Optimist Creed. Again, I want to suggest this to your people is to go to the website, IamSharingAVision.com, IamSharingAVision.com, and download for free the Optimist Creed program. And what you can do is you say the Optimist Creed morning, noon, and night for 21 straight days. By the 7th day, I guarantee you your life will be changing. Your life will be turning around. So that's those are two of the things, the projects that we're working on. We're going to be doing more traveling, working with the Boys and Girls Clubs throughout the nation, also working with the people in the housing projects all over the nation, and as well as communities, building unity in the community.
Mm-hmm.
But we expect great things. We expect great things, Rick.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I hear that. I just had a flashback. I believe I'm not sure exactly what year it was. I believe it was around 95. And I put together a program in Harlem at a place called the National Black Theater. And some of the guests that we had, some of the guest speakers, was called Brooke Stevens was one of the speakers. Arlie Leonard, who's a great singer. And the program was called Phenomenal Women 2000.
Yes.
And also on that program was a gentleman by the name of Robert.E.Crinier. And that, I had never done a follow-up to that event. And never done another one. And I said, like, you know what? I got to do something else like that again. I've never done another one. It was a powerful program, Phenomenal Women 2000.
Yes, it was.
It was dedicated to the women, but we had some powerful speakers, and you were one of the speakers, and you were excellent. You were one of our keynote speakers.
I can remember the event.
Brooke Stevens.
It was a great event.
Brooke Stevens. And then you met Mark there, and that. I mean, it's just. And
let's give a shout out to Mark Taylor. Mark Taylor, meeting him there, he published the first book, Keys to Self-Development, Sharing a Vision for Keys to Self-Development. Yes, sir.
Wow.
He was at that event, and all I did was say, I'm looking for a publisher, and he came up right away, and we worked together, and the process was so smooth and easy, in divine order. And it was just a wonderful perspective. So it shows how your events, Rick, can be very promising in terms of connections people networking together. I'm ready to do another one with you.
Okay.
Just say the word.
Yeah. Okay, so as we're dealing with this pandemic, maybe we might have to do the first one via Zoom, and then from there. But look at the foresight of Zoom. I don't know if they knew that this was going to happen, but they were right on time.
They were right on time.
The first person
yes.
I heard talking about Zoom, the first person that I heard talking about Zoom was none other than Dr. Herbert Harris. The first time I heard Zoom, first time, and this was like way months before this pandemic thing jumped off, maybe a year or two. He was talking about Zoom. And man, now look at Zoom. Everybody talking about Zoom. Everybody's Zooming. I said the only Zoom I knew was the Lionel Richie and the Commodores. That's the only Zoom I knew.
Yes, sir.
Or Aretha Franklin, who's Zooming you? Who's Zooming who?
Yes.
Them the only Zooms I knew. And Herbert Harris came with the Zoom. And, we built a powerful coalition, man, just in itself. Cornell
Thomas, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cornell Thomas, Herbert Harris, you, Robert.E.Crinier. I mean,
A. Lester Givens, the math man.
That's right. That's a dynamite team right there.
Yes.
And don't forget my girl Adele Foster.
Absolutely. Yes, Adele J. Foster. Yes.
So we got something to work with now. We got our girl Chiwike.
Absolutely. I look forward to working with her.
Yeah, so we got something. The question is, here's the question. The name of this program, Rob, is called what? What's in your hand? The question is, what's in our hand? And that's the question that everybody should be asking themselves. What's in their hand? See what's in my hand, or you can't, or you. So I keep thinking you on the video. I got your book on the screen right now. I got your book on the screen right now. How to keep yourself motivated and win at the game of life. And then the other book, Sharing the Vision, on the screen. Sharing the Vision for Positive Self-Development.
Right. In fact, the other thing is we're going to combine them in 21 as well, 2021. We're going to combine those books and then add a little bit more to it. I'll add a little bit more sauce to the pasta.
Yeah. Okay, so you asked me a question. I'm going to answer that question. You said, do I have a coach? So now I'm going to ask you for some coaching, because you've been on my back. I'm going to ask you for some coaching with this book titled Boxing for Success. I'm going to ask you for some coaching on that. What do you say?
I say yes. I can do that.
Okay. Let's make it happen. Boxing for Success.
Absolutely.
On the way. 2021. 2021. Boxing for Success. Got it. All right. Okay. Robert, anything that you want? So give me something that the people could do. 1, 2, 3 things they could do right now that would change their life. I know it's not magic, and I know sometimes it's hard for things to happen instantaneously, but give me 3 things they could do right now to move their life in the right direction.
The first thing they can do is develop a larger vision for where they are right now. What do they really, really, really want to happen right now for their lives and in 2021? All right? You've got to see it. In other words, you can't see it. If you can't see it, you can't be it. And so the reality of it is you got to see that vision in your eye, in your mind's eye. The second thing they could do is literally write it on paper. Write it down rather than thinking it, they're inking it. They literally crystallize it by writing it down on paper. And you just look at what you have you call a success journal. You just write all the successful things that you want to happen in 2021. And then the third thing I would remind them to do is go to our website, IamSharingTheVision.com, and download for free the Optimist Creed and repeat the Optimist Creed every day, morning, noon, and night, and build a positive habit mindset with the Optimist Creed. Again, I am sharingavision.com. Those three things will literally turn their lives around because it'll set them apart from the average person who doesn't have that kind of information, who doesn't have that kind of consciousness, who doesn't have that kind of energy vibration of success.
Okay. So we're going to be doing this again like soon. I think we need to have, because we talked about this on the other radio station. We says, listen, it's not magic. And sometimes people need to keep repetition. You need to hear it again and again and again to keep hearing it.
The mother of skill is repetition, repetition. Practice? You talking about practice?
That's right. That's right, boy. Listen.
Yeah.
That from where I stand, I think that's the key to success, man. It's practice.
Yes, sir. It is. It is.
But
it is. Let me give you a last. I'll give you a little story about basketball for me.
Okay.
I was like an 89% free throw shooter.
Okay.
And the reality of it is that after practice is over, I'm out there shooting free throws.
Okay.
So come game time, when I got fouled and went to the foul line, it was nothing. It was nothing. You just could, because I had already practiced. I had already seen the ball going in. It's the same philosophy. Whether you're doing a presentation, whether you're doing a radio show, whether you're working at a job, it doesn't matter. If you have practiced, if you prepared yourself. In fact, there's a saying out there: chance favors the prepared mind. So you got to be prepared for your success in your mind.
Mark Price, 90% free throw shooter.
Yes, sir.
Rick Barry, 90%.
Underhanded,
Curry in the 90s.
Yes.
Underhanded, for that matter. Steph Curry in the 90s. Klay Thompson, way up there.
Yes,
way
sir.
Up there.
They need to say a prayer for Klay. He's going to miss this season.
Oh, man. Oh, he's
going to miss this season.
Man, you know.
Yeah, we're going to have to pray for that, brother.
You know, what's the positive in that?
Yes,
sir. Positive in that? What is the positive in that Klay's going to be out this season? Again.
Well, somebody's going to step in. Somebody's going to step into that spot.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it's going to make Klay even more hungrier for 2022.
Okay. All right. I love the way they play the game, man. The Warriors, man.
Yes.
Splash Brothers, shoot. I just love the way they play the game. They went to the finals 5 years in a row, and boy, I enjoyed every minute of it, all of it. Now I would get on their case sometimes. They didn't do things the right way, but for the most part, I enjoyed seeing them guys go to the finals, man. I loved it.
Let me ask you a question. What is your favorite LeBron James play?
My favorite LeBron James play? That's a good
Out of all the things he's done.
One of you mean a signature move that he does?
Well, again, whatever he's done.
Wow. Well, I think the fact that he went back home to win that championship, even though he did win against the Warriors, I was pulling for the Warriors. I thought that said a lot about, who he was. He went back home after going to Miami and learning how to be a champion, and then coming back home and winning that championship. I thought that said a lot.
Right, I would agree with that. Now, here's my favorite play. My favorite play is a defensive play. When he chased the Golden State Warrior guy all the way down.
Rent, houses, community, radio, the soul of the Upper West Side.
That would be Andre Iguodala. I know he would like to get that shot back again.
And he pinned it against, chased him all the way. See, that's greatness right there. That's greatness. That's what I said. This dude is great.
Yeah.
Because nobody, only Michael Jordan does that.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, at the end of the game, you played pretty much all of the game, and you still find enough energy to chase him down. Because if he hits that bucket, they lose.
Yeah. Somebody just sent me a message that Klay Thompson makes $650,000 per week to rehab.
So that's a good thing right there.
And that leads me to my final question, Robert. That leads me right into my final question. Is documented proof that this guy that we talked about. Here's my favorite LeBron play. The fact that this guy invests $1.5 million per year on his training, conditioning, chefs, anything to do with physical, mental, body, basketball, all around taking care of his life. At one point, and they say, he's rich, he could do that. But some people won't spend $5 for self-improvement to improve themselves. So, but this guy, $1.5 million, and I love that. And I think we need to count what we spend, and we need to monitor it. We need to monitor the money that we put out there on personal development and see the returns. So that's my favorite LeBron play. $1.5 million.
That's a nice piece of change right there.
Yeah. So how would $1.5 million look on Robert.E.Crinier? So you got you a personal trainer, you got you a chef, you got you a massage therapist, you got you anything you need to help you with your whole business $1.5 million. How would that look on Robert.E.Crinier?
Yeah, we're not spending that kind of money, but we do take care of ourselves. I'm my own personal chef, and we do the things like walking every day and lifting the weights, and certainly reading, expanding our mind, our conscious mind. But I don't know if I had that kind of money to spare. I don't know if I would invest $1.5 million in that. But that's him, and again, I think he's doing a terrific job in terms of lasting. How old is he right now?
35.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly.
Yeah, and I tell you what, he is still the greatest basketball player currently right now, without a doubt.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. Put this on the record. That I said that $1.5 million would look amazing, would look excellent on me. Give me I know how to box. Give me a boxing coach. All kind of coaches. I'm gonna get all kind. I'll be coached up, man. That's listen.
Yeah,
that would help me.
We just
that would help me help other people.
Absolutely. Well, we have some charities. We have some charities that could use that 1.5. That's all I'm saying. We probably use 0.5, but we've got a lot of charities out there we want to help.
Okay, we be helping them charities too. That's a fact.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Robert.E.Crinier, I want to thank you for today. It's been great. Continue.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your patience. I really do.
And continue with your mission statement, because that mission statement is powerful.
Here's to the
crazy ones.
I look forward to it.
Rebels.
Talk to you soon, Robert.
Thank you. Be well.
All right.
In the square holes.
How you too?
Ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.